Let's talk about it. Kendrick Lamar breaks another record. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. This time, in regard to concert, um, breaking the concert record. So, shout out to Tom Business for sending this to me. I know they was talking about Drake. Um, I know, Drake was talking about they talking about he was back on top on Spotify. So uh so it's whatever. But Kendrick Lamar new tour makes history with record breaking $9 million kickoff. Well, what a fucking picture this cover is. $10, they should be giving that shit away. But hey, Kendrick Lamar Grand National Tour is already breaking records with his first stop grossing over 9 million. Kendrick Lamar kickoff rakes in a record-breaking gross on April 19th. K-Dot and SZA kicked off their 39-stop tour in Minneapolis, Minnesota. You want to get baptized in Lake Minnetonka, performing a sold out in front of a sold out U.S. Bank Arena. I believe that's where the Vikings play at. According to touring data, the first show grossed $9,124,980, making the Compton, California MC the first rapper to gross that much in a single concert. That amount breaks the previous record established by Eminem in 2019. In addition, the 47,354 tickets sold marked the most attended concert of all time at the U.S. Bank Stadium. I don't think it's been open long, so that's not like, I think it opened like maybe time be going by so fast, maybe 5 years ago. So it's been open like 9 years. So open July 22nd, 2016. Damn, so the Vikings been there about 10 years already. I mean, time is literally flying. I remember in that stadium, they had to change the glass because it had like a glass dome, and they had to change it out or temporary with color. I forget what they did because birds kept flying into the glass dome and killing themselves. So they had to like tint the windows or something so the birds would start running into the dome and killing themselves. It's crazy. I just so happen to be in the right place, or I just so happen to like to retain and read information and retain it. So yeah, I remember when they first opened that stadium, like, damn, it felt like 5 years ago. I mean, time is blowing by. I know a Groove Thing, they got that song called Time Flies. I love that song. They the ones that tell me if you want me to. That song, back in the day, for y'all ninjas that remember that. That's actually a duet between a female singer and a male producer. They broke up over some bullshit. Made great music together though. But K-Dot is no stranger to breaking live performance records. In 2023, his Big Stepper tour became the highest grossing rap tour of all time. It was eclipsed the following year by Drake. It's All Blur tour. So, I think a lot of this got to do with they breaking all these records due to inflation. I think inflation got a lot to do with it. But Kendrick and SZA kick off Grand National Tour after performing a record-breaking viewership at the 2025 Super Bowl halftime show back in February. Kendrick and his former label mate SZA kicked off their Grand National Tour last week. The first show made headlines after Kendrick Lamar egged on his beef with Drake by showing a mock lawsuit defamation during a break in the action. I mean, he gonna eat this up all the way through. No Diddy, no Harvey Weinstein, no Kevin Spacey. You gotta eat this up all the way through, just like Chris Rock milked the slap. Well, I mean, rightfully so. Rightfully so. I mean, he referred to himself as the weak. He gonna slap the weakest guy. I mean, like, damn, no self fucking the confidence. The tour continued with the show tonight, April 29th, a couple of days ago in Atlanta, and will stop in cities Los Angeles, Las Vegas, Chicago, Detroit, Toronto, Paris, London, Rome, and more before closing out in Stockholm, Sweden on August 9th. I know them niggas be tired of touring. I know they be tired of touring. I know that shit got to get old. That shit got to get old, touring like a slave. It got to get old, but, it had to be done. I mean, he was minding his business. People say, well, my man from his record label said, and I did a video on it, he was basically saying that what pretty much egged on the beef between Drake and everybody not liking Kendrick was the Control verse. And I'm like, damn, them niggas still talking about the Control verse? It was just a signal for competition. Let's compete. But we in the era where a lot of these dudes, they get in their feelings, they emotional. You got to understand, we in a participation trophy era. These dudes don't compete no more. You watch sports, they don't even like competing against each other no more. And that's just the honest truth. So that pretty much spawned all this hate for Kendrick Lamar. And I'm just like, dog. Instead of getting on wax and responding to him, but not in a dishful way, but just showing like, nigga, we still got competition. But you know why they couldn't do that? Because these niggas can't rap. So Drake was like, okay, let me dig up a dead horse and let me fuck with this nigga. I could beat him. Worst case scenario, they say I won. I got a whole bunch of female fans. They say I won. Then he got murked. Kendrick Lamar let him get comfortable, and he came back and murked his ass. Came back and murked him, dragged him. There ain't no comparison between a real rapper and a popcorn new edition rapping ass nigga and Drake. We knew what it was. Meek couldn't even defend himself, and Pusha already pushed them all around and destroyed them. And in my opinion, this may not be a great opinion in most people's opinion. Pusha T got the best album for a past prime rapper, in my opinion. Daytona, I usually don't like listening to rappers later shit. When they out their prime, I'll be good on them. But he probably got the best post prime album. That Daytona was a classic, bro. That was a great album by him. That was a masterpiece. I was listening to some songs on that joint. I played the hell out of Daytona, man. That was a hellified album by that brother. That was a masterpiece. So let me know what y'all think, though, man. I think it's interesting, but as inflation keep going up, these prices gonna keep going up and up and up and up. Mark my words. I don't understand. I don't think people understand how much the dollar then really got jiggy with it, bro. The dollar then went way left. Way left. You talking about some of the prices we was paying when I was just in college is crazy. So, but yeah, I think it's dope, man. I'm a huge Kendrick fan, man. I was a fan before the first album dropped. I bought a phone. It was called a Samsung Mega, and I bought that phone from the Metro PCS store. I needed a phone, and I bought the phone. It was used, and it had Section 101. I think that was the name of the album. That's the first time I heard him. So, shout out to Dog. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Check out the music entertainment playlist for more videos like this. I appreciate the love and support. Hit the link in the description. Peace.